The meeting of Maendeleo Chap Chap leaders, where we have resolved that Maendeleo Chap Chap party will field candidates for all elective positions in this country. And we want to tell our people that Maendeleo Chap Chap does not believe in zoning, does not believe in setting political parties or some seats to certain parties, and that if you join Maendeleo Chap Chap and you get a ticket of Maendeleo Chap Chap, it means that you will get to be on the ballot. There's a card there, I don't know whether it has to be on. So the members of the governing council who are here with me discussed various issues, including entering into coalition agreements, our support for Azimio, and the registration of aspirants and members for the August 2022 elections. And we resolved the following. 1, Maendeleo Chap Chap party believes in a democratic party nomination process that is free and fair. So far, no one has been given any direct ticket by Maendeleo Chap Chap. So mtu asiende huko kusema mimi tayari ticket iko kwa mfuko. Hakuna mtu yuko na ticket kwa mfuko at all. The field is open to everyone from every part of the country. Aspirants should not risk being thrown out of other parties through flawed nominations. Nominations ni kali, kuna ukora sana kwa party zingine mnazijua. Kwa hivyo usingoje utupo nje, tunakuomba ya kwamba wewe njoo hapa Maendeleo Chap Chap party, mahali tutakuwa na free and fair nomination process which will be competitive. We'll have competitive primaries where it's needed. Zingine zitakuwa through consensus, tutafanya polling, and even where it is required, we'll even have direct nominations according to our structures and our laws. Kwa hivyo naalika watu popote ulipo kuja Maendeleo Chap Chap party, uwe mbunge, uwe MCA, uwe senator, governor, viti vyote ambavyo nataka kuomba. Njoo kwa Maendeleo Chap Chap party, tutakuwa na free and fair nominations. Na wengine watapata direct nominations, wengine itakuwa competitive, na wengine itakuwa consensus, kwa njia ambayo hata utasema this is free and fair. Ukipata tiketi yako kwa Maendeleo Chap Chap, hakuna mtu atakunyang'anya, utakuwa pale kwa debe on the 9th of August 2022. We are currently in negotiation within Azimio, and we'll announce this and sign when that is ready, but only within Azimio. So we've locked ourselves to Azimio parties. The meeting also resolved to hold an aspirants meeting. This meeting of aspirants who've already registered and signed with Maendeleo Chap Chap on the 16th of March, so as to be able to give them either their certificates or tell them about getting the certificate process on the 16th of March, followed thereafter by a National Delegates Conference on the 19th of March, all in this month of this year. And that is a statement from Maendeleo Chap Chap party. We want to also tell wananchi that starting next week, and they will look for aspirants, they'll answer your questions, they will sign in aspirants, the people want to participate and support the party, so we can have an organized system. And I myself, thereafter the following week, I'll tour the country answering questions from aspirants before the meeting of aspirants on the 16th, so that people can have clear answers, knowing that they are getting into a democratic party. Kwa hivyo kwa lugha ya Kiswahili kusema kwamba tutatuma watu kwa ground, njooni, tuko sawa kabisa. Maendeleo Chap Chap is a national party. It's not just a regional bloc party, we are a national party. Number 2, ongoing reorganization of Machakos government. I have today made some initial changes in my government to enhance proper and efficient provision of government services. Those changes also fill positions left vacant after the resignation of some officers to seek public office. The changes take effect immediately. I have made some reshuffles in the county executive committees, the cabinet. Waziri Naomi Mutie, whose current portfolio is road, transport and public works, will now be the Minister for Finance and Revenue Management and will act as a Minister for Roads, Transport and Public Works. Waziri Morris Omuyoma Aluanga, engineer, In addition to his portfolio of water, irrigation, environment, climate change, and natural resources, will also be the acting minister for tourism, youth, sports, and culture. Waziri Abanas Musyoka Wambua will continue being the minister for food, agriculture, security, and cooperative development. Mheshimiwa Titus Nzeki-Matiko continues being the minister for county administration and decentralized units. Mheshimiwa Evelyn Kavo Mutie, in addition to her portfolio of energy, lands, housing, and urban development, will also be the acting minister for trade, industrialization, forensics, and innovation. Waziri Mheshimiwa Dr. Ruth Ndukumutua moves from the Ministry of Education, Skills, Training, Social Welfare, and Civic Employment to be the full-time minister in the Ministry of Health and Emergency Services. Waziri Kimeu, in addition to his Ministry of Public Service, Quality Management, and ICT, will also now be the acting minister for Education, Skills, Training, Social Welfare, and Civic Empowerment. In the rank of chief officers, Mr. Timothy Guteta, James Timothy Guteta, who is the chief officer in the office of the county secretary, will, in addition to those duties, also be the acting chief officer for tourism, culture, youth, and sports. And Mr. Victor Mwalaka Muniafu, who has been the acting chief officer tourism, culture, youth, and sports, reverts back to being the chief executive officer of Machahud. I am also appointing Mr. Stephen Dwiki to be the acting chief officer of the Ministry of Water, Irrigation, Environment, Climate Change, and Natural Resources. In addition to these changes, the county secretary, Madam Grace Munguti, will be announcing other changes tomorrow in the decentralized units and other departments as we do reshuffles, transfers, and as we drop some people who have not been working. Next week, we'll also be doing more reshuffles, whereby we want to send some people home who have been absconding from duty and not functioning. This government, these changes we are doing of redeployment of officers, we are doing it to give a new impetus and impact to service provision. We also want to remove lethargic, corrupt, and indisciplined officers who are not serving the government of Machakos. And we want to promote disciplined, hardworking, and deserving officers. Complainers, people who always grumble, people who always wait for others to solve their problems, people always think about money as the only solution to anything. I don't want those people in my government. I want people who are active, who will do whatever it takes to solve a problem for wananchi, to get projects completed on time, and not complainers. I'm tired of complainers. Kama una complain and reform serikali yako. We don't need you in Machakos. There are people who sacrifice their money and time for the service of wananchi. Watu wa complain wataki Machakos. So we will drop you, we'll send you elsewhere. Wenda kwa nyumba yako ukakomplainie bibi yako ama bwana yako. We don't want you in Machakos complaining all the time and demoralizing the rest of Machakos. Yes, we want people who can work as team members, team players to provide services. People who go to other activities and not come to work, people who are doing other biasharas instead of going to work, people asking for bribes to even give approvals for different things. Munaenda nyumbani. Nataka Machakos yangu niache ikiwa na system ambayo watu wanaaminika na wanafanya kazi na wanahudumia wananchi. Thank you and God bless you. Asante. Unless there's any question. Swali lote?